Hi, I'm Judy Johnson, and I've been asked to talk about the Stephen Ministry Program from a personal perspective. In 1980, I became divorced, and my 2 children and I moved to Summerville, South Carolina from West Virginia. We became very active with a church in Summerville called Bethany United Methodist Church. For the next 7 years, God, my church, my children, and my career were my focus. And then in 1987, I met Jim Johnson, and in 1988, we became married. Unfortunately, church was no longer a priority for us, and we only went to church when it was convenient for us. It wasn't that we didn't pray, because we did pray, but church and Sunday school were just not priorities. Our career continued to advance, and we eventually moved to Katy, Texas. And we thought we were doing great. Then, in 2001, my life changed drastically when Jim died suddenly of a pulmonary embolism. He was my soulmate, my best friend, my confidant, and here I was without him. Life was awful. I took 2 weeks off from work to grieve, and one day was driving around Katy, Texas, when I parked in the lot of a large church called St. Philip's United Methodist Church. I turned the car off and started to cry and ask God for help. Life was not good, life was not fair, and I desperately needed help. Then I got a nudge from the Holy Spirit that said, "Go inside, help is there." That's when I learned about the Stephen Ministry Program. The pastor met with me and told me that there was a program called Stephen Ministry that was designed to help people that were going through life challenges. The program was conducted by people that had training as Stephen ministers and that were very caring and wanted to be able to help those in need. I was then assigned Tammy Gentry, who was the caregiver, and I the care receiver. Tammy was amazing. We didn't meet every week, but when we did meet, she showed so much compassion and caring and understanding. Sometimes I just wanted to cry. Sometimes she'd pray for and with me. I like to say Tammy was the adjective. She showed compassion, care, love, support, and she reminded me that God was the verb, and through him, all things were possible. Because of the time I spent with Tammy, my spiritual life was reawakened and my priorities were changed back to God first. I will never forget the experience of working with Tammy and the profound impact she had on my life. There are several Stephen ministers here that want to help those of you that are struggling with life challenges. They can offer you help in a highly confidential, one-on-one manner. If you're interested, please contact Pastor Bob Brooks. Thanks for listening.